Welcome to Chibuzor Math Physics, and I'll be taking you through some method of solving linear equations. And I know you're not new in this channel. If you are, just subscribe so that you'll be notified as we upload subsequent videos. Basically, when we talk about linear equations, we are referring to some method. We are referring to what approach we are going to apply in solving the equations. But solving linear equation means to find the solution of a linear equations. As simple as that. You don't need to complicate the definitions. And as we go through some examples, feel free to pause the video and try some examples by yourself. Because mathematics is all about solving, it's all about practice. You don't need to just watch, you need to write and you need to practice yourself in order to get the concept. So the method of solving linear equations are explained for in three main types, which include linear equations in one variable, linear equations in two variables, and linear equations in three variables. So it depends on what you are given. If you are given to solve linear equation that is just one variable, that could be very easy for you to do. If you are asked to solve linear equations in two variables, there are so many methods you can use. You can use substitution method, you can use elimination method, you can even use graphical method, calculator method, but sometimes your teacher or your lecturer might require you to use a particular method. So if you are required to use a particular method, do so. But for the purpose of this video, I'll be showing you how to solve a system of linear equations using the substitution method. But now, before we dive into solving these linear equations, what actually is linear equations? I prefer to define it as it refers to finding the solution of linear equations in one, two, three, or more variables because it could be in any of those variables. So now let us continue with the substitution method. Now, substitution method is just one method we use in solving linear equations. And using the substitution method, first you isolate or keep apart the value of one variable from any of the equations that you are given. Then you substitute the value of the isolated variable in the second equation, and then you solve it. Take the same equation again. So this is just an overview of how we solve linear equation using substitution method. Let us take for example, maybe you are given 6x minus y is equals to 1, and this is your equation 1, and you are given minus 2x minus 3y is equals to 7 as your equation 2. So what you are going to do is simply express one variable in terms of the other variable. When I say that we express one variable in terms of another, what I mean is that we express y in terms of x and we express x in terms of y. And when we do that, we can now substitute equation 1 into equation 2 so that we will have minus 2x minus 3. This is our equation 1. Of course, you know that when we have 6x minus y is equals to 11, we can actually take y to the other side so that we have 6x minus 11 is equals to y. Now, if we substitute equation 2 in our equation 1, you will have minus 2x minus 3 will be given by this equation 1, which is 6x minus 11 is equals to 7. And now from there, we open that bracket up. If you open the bracket, you will end up with negative 2x, negative 18x plus 13, which will give you 7. And at this point, when you visualize the values that you have, it is obvious you need to collect the like terms. And when you collect the like terms, you will end up with negative 2x, negative 18x is equals to 7 minus 13. I remember that last time many of my viewers have said that I should a bit slow in order to explain some basic terms. When we talk about negative 2x and negative 18x, we are simply collecting the values that have x together so that we take them in one side. So that is what we call like terms. For those who don't know what the meaning of like terms, so we collect the like terms by taking those ones that are having x, so that we end up with negative 20x is equals to negative 26. Of course, negative 2 negative 18 is negative 20x, and 7 minus 33 will give you negative 26x. Now you can divide both sides by 20x in order to have x on one side. And when you divide both sides by 20, negative 20, you end up with 13 over 10. Because negative will go with negative, so we are left with 26 over 20, which will give you 13 over 10. Of course, now we are going to replace our answer in the y value, which is the equation 2. Remember, we are having two equations, and now we are going to have y will be given by 6 into what we have as our x. Our x value is 13 divided by 10 minus 11, which will give you negative 16 all over 5. Or if you standardize it, you get negative 3.2. Now to get our x, we already have our x as 13 over 10 or 1.3, and our y value is 16 divided by 5 or negative 3 by 2. Now, if you are using your calculator, I don't know the type of calculator you are using, but here I have the Casio FX991ES Plus. If you are using this calculator, you just need to go to you put it on, go to shift and mode. You go to shift and mode, make sure that your calculator is well set. This is another way to confirm that your answer is correct. To confirm that your answer is correct. So you go to equation. When you click mode, you will see number 5 is equation. Number 5 is equation. And when you click number 5, you will see the value 1. Number 1 actually represents the type of equation that we were given. So you press 1. Now you can enter the equations that you were given so that you will end up with the same answer. And if you are using Casio FX570ES Plus, you do the same thing. Whichever type of calculator you are using, so far as it is a scientific calculator. Actually, this is the first edition and this is the second edition, but you need to use a good calculator so that you are able to confirm your answer. And this is the way to solve a system of linear equations by substitution method. I hope you have enjoyed the video. In the next video, I'll be taking you through how to solve the same equation using elimination method and graphical method. And see you soon. Enjoy your day.